So, clairsentience has been a really important go-to for me in regards to life decisions. And I thought it was really important to make a video about this, since this is a pretty common modality for people. And it's become extremely valuable to me. And so I wanted to stress the importance of you guys really paying close attention to your gut. I made a video a while ago called Skeptics At Least Listen to Your Gut. And it's because there's intelligence behind your gut. When you follow your gut, it's connected to an all-knowing angelic being, also known as your higher self. And your higher self is you in your most perfect form. It's your inner angel that lives on the other side. Your inner angel doesn't want to live on this side because we're gross and dirty. So he or she lives over there. But your higher self is directly connected to your gut. So when you're getting those feelings and sensations in your gut, please pay close attention to it, because it's not the cheese on your pizza telling you whether to go left or right at each intersection. It's an all-knowing angelic being that knows exactly what your highest good is. So please, please, please don't ignore it. I put my gut above everything else. Head, heart, everything. Reason, logic. You know, your gut, what your gut is telling you to do isn't always going to make practical sense. It's not always going to make logical sense, but it will always be for your highest good, and it'll make sense later. What your intuition is telling you to do will make sense later. Doesn't always make sense at the time. So that's the big question. Are you listening to your gut? Are you paying close attention? It requires kind of like quieting your mind, sitting still, meditating, a bit of sensuality involved with the process of sitting still and taking time out to allow your body to be that clairvoyant tool for you, because these are physical feelings and sensations that can't be denied. You know, maybe you misinterpret a clairvoyant image, or, you know, you get a claircognizant thought sent to you from your angels that actually came from your brain. They didn't send it to you at all. So it's like, you know, the other modalities can get screwed up, but this one, I mean, you're getting physical sensations in your body. It's a nice, strong, reliable modality, and it's really become my go-to. So I just want to stress the value and the importance of it, you guys. Your gut, man. Your gut is gold. It's my new saying. It's my new tagline. Your gut is gold. All right. So it's interesting because I can feel like the angels crying. Like when I tune into people listening to their gut, I can feel angels crying, because people don't listen to their gut all the time. So it's kind of a sensitive subject for them. Here's the deal. Your gut tells you, you know, don't take that job, don't buy that house, don't date that person, which is why it deserves priority. And the way to do a read on a person, situation, relationship, what have you, is to focus your mind on it. Your gut is going to respond to the thought. So I need you guys to have like laser focus on the person, the situation, the alternate reality. I want to move to Utah and take that job, right? Imagine yourself physically moving to Utah. Imagine yourself going to that office. And as you're imagining that reality, is your gut relaxed and open, or is it closed and tight? Relaxed and open is a yes. Closed and tight is a no. Do you feel a nervous energy? If your gut gets really nervous, that's usually you stressing out your angels, because this move isn't for your highest good. So if your gut feels really nervous, that's a no also. When you focus on this alternate reality, you know, do you feel like an excited type of energy, where it's like you feel kind of like a rush and it feels positive and excited? That's a yes. When you focus on this move and this job, does it feel flat? Does the energy feel flat? Is there just like a total absence of energy behind it? That means it probably never happens. If the energy is just completely flat and there's just nothing there and it's an absence of energy, that means that reality probably never ends up happening and you don't get the job, or you end up not moving. Maybe you change your mind later. Maybe you decided to move, but then you're going to change your mind and decide not to. So the energy feels really flat. So there can be like an absence of energy there. But it's really important to tune into your gut when you make these decisions. Even, buying the right homeopathic stuff at the grocery store. I like took something off the shelf and like stuck it in my cart and then went back to go put it back, and my gut started bothering me. Like, sorry, there's cat fur flying around here. Jonesy, what are you doing? Jeez. I have cat fur sticking to my lip gloss. Okay. Yeah, he gets lots of kisses and snuggles. That dude's really furry. I don't know. Is anyone else's cat like shedding for summer? He's like shedding all his fur for summer, getting ready for bikini season. It's crazy. What was I saying? Okay, so that's the way to do a read, by using your gut. Focus your mind on that like person, relationship, situation. Now, another way to do it is to sit there, calm yourself, focus on your breathing, quiet your mind, calm your thoughts, and just say, I should take that job in Utah. I should take that job in Utah. Or, that job in Utah is for my highest good. Working for so-and-so is my highest good. Working for so-and-so is my highest good. I will be happy there. Whatever. Whatever makes sense. And just keep repeating that. And if it's your truth, if you are actually stating the truth, it means you're aligned with the light. So you're going to feel like a relaxed, open energy. And it's going to feel positive and good. If it's not your truth, it's not. Your gut's going to get tight. That's going to be what happens, okay? So that's another way to do it, is just keep repeating truth, and then your gut will tell you whether or not you're aligned with truth or not, right? Relaxed and open versus closed and tight. Yeah, so, sorry, I was talking about the grocery store. I was at the grocery store looking at like homeopathic stuff, and I came across like lutein and astaxanthin. I don't know how you pronounce it. Xanthin. I don't know. But those are like vitamins that I guess are rare, because what makes them different from other vitamins is they get deposited directly into the macula of the eye. So they're good for vision. So I like took it and stuck it in my cart, and then I was like, I don't think I really want this. This just sounds kind of weird. And then I went to go put it back, and it was like, ho, 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 ho. Like my gut started going crazy, and I got really nervous, like putting it back on the shelf. And I was like, what? What's that? And it was like, no, it's telling me, don't put that back, dummy. Put it back in your cart and buy it. And it's awesome. Like whatever's in there, that lutein, it's good for your eyes. Feeling good. My peepers are feeling good and strong. Yeah. So thanks for guiding me to that and not allowing me to put it back on the shelf after you did. Really like being sensitive to energy, being clairsentient can be harsh, because, when I'm at a concert around a bunch of people, it can be kind of difficult because, I'm picking up on all of their energy, which makes it tough, but whatever. That's what happens when you're sensitive to energy. You get to pick up on everybody's. But, clairsentience is one of the reasons why a wedding feels different from a funeral. And if somebody asks me, well, why does a wedding feel different from a funeral? It's like, I don't know, the vibe. It's just a different vibe. It's like, well, what's vibe? Well, I don't know, vibe. Like, how do you describe vibration to somebody? It's how it feels. It's like almost asking somebody, what is love? How do you know when you're feeling love? Like, what does it describe the feeling? It's like, well... I think that's why I'm encouraging you guys to develop your intuition, so that you can have these experiences yourself, so that what I'm saying makes sense to you. I mean, everyone knows about like intuition and gut and that kind of thing, and vibe, people understand. But just having that personal experience under your belt and really developing that and building your sensitivity to energy is going to help you. Especially like, for mundane things like when you're at the grocery store. I have some friends who are intuitive but don't want to be, so they kind of hide it and they only talk about it with me. And I was at dinner the other night with one of them, and she was focusing on one of my personal relationships, and she started crying. And I said, that's your clairsentience. That's your clairsentience. That's not your emotion. You were channeling emotion from the other side. You were tuning into my relationship with that person, and you're channeling the pain and the sadness and the hurt associated with that relationship. I'm like, that's your clairsentience. So she started crying, and she was channeling emotion. And I got really excited. I said, that's not your emotion. You're channeling. So I was able to kind of like point that out when she was experiencing it. So that was pretty cool. She's an awesome intuitive. I love her. So that's what she was doing. She was focusing her mind, and then boom, the emotion just showed up. So that's also part of clairsentience is emotion. So it's not just physical feelings in your gut, it's also emotion. Another trick that I like is if you're just sitting there talking with a friend while you're focusing your mind on what they're saying, your gut's going to start responding. So pay close attention to how your gut feels when you're talking to your friends. You know, if they're talking about their boyfriend and you're listening and your gut is getting tight or you're starting to feel nauseous, you can say, I don't know, I just get the feeling that you should break up with him. I have a really bad feeling about this. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. But the reason it feels like good to me is because it kind of pulls the information out of you. Even if you don't know what you're going to say, just go with the flow and say, I don't know, I just feel like blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes you'll be surprised at like what information comes out. I don't know, I just feel like I should blah. It's a great way to kind of try to pull that clairsentience out of you, because the information is behind the feeling and you need to get to the information. You know, I had tickets to a concert one time. And every time I focused my mind on going to the concert, I got really nervous and my gut got really tight. And I was like, God, I'm not supposed to go to this concert. And I was like, what happens? Like, does somebody hit me in the back of the head or what? And I wasn't getting a reason why. I wasn't getting an answer. I just knew I shouldn't go. And I didn't, and, you know, whatever. Now, the weird thing is I was talking to a friend the other day who said that she and her boyfriend got into a fight and ended up turning the car around and not going to the same concert. So she's like, maybe something was supposed to happen at that concert, but just never did. But her plans got squelched. My plans got squelched by my gut. It's weird. So you don't always get reasons why, you guys. Okay? And obviously you're going to have friends barking at you like, why aren't we going to the concert, you stupid moron? And you can't give them a reason why. I'm telling you, you got to take your gut seriously. I'm asking you to take your gut seriously even when it's inconvenient. You've got social pressure to like do it, whatever. It doesn't make sense. I'm telling you, please pay attention to your gut. Even if it's like really inconvenient, the trip's already planned and paid for. Pay attention to that nervous, closed, tight feeling. But yeah, so those are, you know, important things to pay attention to, is like the emotion behind it, the feeling behind it. You know, should I do this? Should I do that? And just don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask questions. Like I said, the information that is behind that feeling needs to be pulled out of you sometimes. So the great way to do that is automatic writing. Just sit down, take out a pen and paper, and just start doing stream of consciousness writing, you know. I just had a piece of pizza and, you know, some iced tea and blah, 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 and now I'm feeling good, feeling fine, want to go see a movie, blah, 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 like, and see what comes out. Or instead of stream of consciousness, just sit there and ask questions. I want to talk to my higher self. Sit down and say, I want to talk to my higher self, and then wait for your higher self to show up. And then ask him or her questions. And then focus your mind like a laser on your higher self. I do that more now, you guys, just so you know. I don't focus my mind on people's spirit guides as much anymore. I just focus my mind on their higher self. It's the more laser focused you can be, the better. It's a nice solid connection. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I think it's really important to raise awareness about clairsentience. And I have to be honest with you, like, I'm not surprised that, you know, when I tune into the angels, you know, I feel like the emotion behind people not listening to their gut. I get emotional too when I think about the times I didn't listen to my gut. It's really gone awry and it's really been bad. And I'm just really sorry that sometimes it can be subtle. Sometimes it's not so subtle where it feels like a baby kicking. But sometimes it can be really subtle and it's annoying. God, you know, I had this gnawing feeling and I ignored it, but the gnawing feeling was really subtle, so I didn't think it was a big deal and whatever. So I get it. I get that it can be really subtle and subtle is annoying. So I'm just really sorry about that. But it's so important because that intelligence behind your gut is all-knowing and we're not. We have limited knowledge because we're mortals and we live in this earth plane. But the intelligence behind it is just so important. So please, please Pay close attention to it, and please take it seriously no matter what the circumstances. Like, I don't care if the wedding invitations already went out. I don't care if the wedding invitations already went out. I don't care if you're going to lose money on the flowers. Make a U-turn. If your gut is telling you to make a U-turn, then you do it. You tell your friends, you tell your family, I can't go through with this wedding. I can't do this. I can't do that. You deal with it. You deal with the fallout. My gut is king. I guess that's like the best way to tell you guys that is my gut is king. My entire world revolves around my gut. I take it very, very seriously. And you know what I do? If I don't feel like I'm getting a clear answer from my gut, you know, or I'm just like, I don't know, I'm not feeling like a clean energy here. I'm not focused enough, or, you know, whatever. I don't make the decision. I just sit on it like a mother hen. I don't make the decision. I push it off. I delay it. If I need more time to make a decision, I push everybody off. I just delay it. It's like, no, I can't decide yet. I need more time. And then the answer will come. And then I'll tell my angels, I need you guys to step it up. And I need you to make the answer more clear. And I'm not going to make the decision until I get something more clear. And then maybe they'll send you a thought in the shower while you're relaxed and open. Maybe they'll send you a thought while you're on the can, while you're relaxed and open. They're opportunists. They'll come through while you're driving or doing the dishes. They're opportunists. They know when your mind is quiet. Use it, guys. It's a tool. And it's a very, very powerful, trustworthy tool. Use it. Okay? All right. That's all I had to say. In the meantime, take care and be well. Go with your gut. Thank you.